My name is Jason Seiler, and I'm a Brownfields coordinator at the Montana Department of Environmental Quality. Thanks to our congressional leadership, the Brownfields program has received an unprecedented influx in funding assistance that we can use to help redevelop underutilized properties. In addition, we are lucky to have great partners across Montana that are looking to bring new life to historic treasures such as the Ming Theater.
We've been involved in kind of the community development side of the Ming Theater project for going on 4 years now. In 2023, we met with the Helena Symphony, and they were interested in taking a look at this building as a possible new home. At this time, we were really struggling as an organization to find funding that could fund planning. We reached out to DEQ, and we were able to receive $100,000 to support planning efforts, looking at how not only to reuse the building, but how to financially support it and sustain it.
It's renovating spaces that is unlike anything in this state, an existing small opera house turn of the century. And what Brownfields is also doing that creates an incredible narrative for fundraising and for community excitement is that the Helena Symphony started in 1955. It's a regional professional orchestra. We're about to enter our 7th decade. And before we were the Helena Symphony of 1955, we were the Helena Little Symphony, which was a small community, basically string ensemble. Before we were the Helena Little Symphony, we were the Ming Opera House Orchestra. We were the resident orchestra in this building in the 1880s. Fast forward, when the Shriners took possession of this building, they outgrew this building and they built what is now the Helena Civic Center, which is our current performance hall. So not only is there a thread of our history going back to this, to the 1880s, we then bookend because our current home is the Helena Civic Center, a Shriners social hall. We would be returning to what became a Shriners social hall. So I love this narrative thread that gets the community excited, that shows that the Helena Symphony is part of the history of the fabric, and so is this building. And this building is largely forgotten by the vast majority of people of this city.
So one of the great advantages we have in this project is DEQ stepped in even before we were involved, and they did a lot of the assessment of the building for hazardous materials. Having that done and having their funding has allowed us to go way farther in the design process and in the investigation process of how feasible this might be than we normally would have done. I think one of the really exciting things about this project is part of this process has been really to delve into a vision for the facility. It's really revealed just the incredible potential of this space, and we're really excited to see how this project might move forward in the future.
You know, Helena has such a rich history. We have so many beautiful historic buildings, and we're really trying to promote revitalization and activation of some of these currently vacant or underutilized spaces in the downtown core. We have such a rich artist community in Helena, and so our hope with this project is to support, you know, that really artistic side of our community as well.
For every dollar spent on the arts, $10 goes into the community. We know this in every community. It is one of the best economic drivers of any community, small and large, is the performing arts. And if it wasn't for the Brownfields, none of this would happen. So the $100,000 or more that's being spent from Brownfields is going to potentially create a multi-million-dollar project that changes the life of a community. That's a pretty great investment.